Hello friends, a very warm welcome to all from 60 and Traveling. I'm Sunita.
And I am Rajiv. Friends, today we are going to Iceland, a country which is very exciting and one of the best destinations we have ever visited.
Yeah, and you might recall that we have already posted 4 vlogs on Iceland, and each one of them have really been appreciated by all, and thank you for that.
Yeah, friends, today we are going to the famous Golden Circle, which basically comprises 3 things: Thingvellir National Park, Gullfoss Waterfall, and the GEYSIR Geothermal area. Let me assure you, each one of them is unique and very attractive in its own right.
Yes, and our first destination is going to be the Thingvellir National Park, and with its unique features. And one of the unique features is that we are going to say hello to North America and to Europe and Asia at the same time. So
Yes.
keep watching and enjoy.
Yes. Hope we enjoy our journey. And one more thing I want to add, that some of the Icelandic names we are likely to pronounce not correctly as required. So please excuse us for that.
Yeah. And so keep watching, enjoy the video, and see you again soon. Bye-bye. Thingvellir National Park, the UNESCO World Heritage Center, and one of the most important places to visit in Iceland. Thingvellir National Park is located in an active volcanic area, and it is surrounded by beautiful mountains and volcanic ranges. And it is also located in a rift valley between the North American and the Eurasian tectonic plates. This makes it one of the few places in the world where you can walk between the continents in the mid-Atlantic rift. And that is why I said saying hello to both North America and Eurasia at the same time. Isn't that wonderful? The plates are slowly moving apart about 2 centimeters a year, changing the landscape and creating an extraordinary sight. Really amazing that was. Such beauty around. And then we came to an area where we could actually see a part of the enormous fissure. This fissure stretches between Eurasia and North American continental plates, extending over 16,000 kilometers. Wow! And a result of the movement of the plates, Iceland does experience increased seismic and volcanic activities. In fact, there are earthquakes every day in Þingvellir, but most are far too minor to be felt. Isn't that scary? Really, it is. And then think of it that we are walking between the 2 tectonic plates and with seismic activities happening all the time. But still, this place induces a feeling of calm and serenity. And no wonder, because of this, Þingvellir is also known as the birthplace of Iceland and home to the oldest ongoing parliament in the world. And there's also a beautiful lake, Þingvellir, to the south of National Park, and it is the biggest natural lake in Iceland. What beauty around and so much to admire. We just didn't want to leave the place. Oh, and in the background is the charming waterfall. But the name is a bit too difficult for me to pronounce. And I didn't want to go wrong with the pronunciation. But it's beautiful. But we had to leave. So we are back again with a cup of tea. And I hope you found our journey to the national park interesting. And now we are going over to our next stop, the very popular Gullfoss Waterfalls.
It is popular for sure. Would you believe if we tell you, friends, that in the 20th century, this big Gullfoss waterfalls was under private ownership of a farmer? So when the farmer, in collusion with some of the private entrepreneurs, wanted to commercially exploit the waterfalls for generation of hydroelectricity,
Oh.
then you know who protested most vehemently? His own daughter.
Oh.
To the
It was
extent
a private property.
it was a
Obviously.
private property. So she protested very vehemently, and she went to the extent of threatening that I'll commit suicide if you carry on with your project.
But that was just the right thing to have been done at that time.
Absolutely. So finally, a long legal battle followed, which the daughter of the farmer fought very bravely and courageously, and ultimately the entrepreneurs had to bow down and the project was given up.
Good, good.
And-
that is why now we are able to enjoy the beauty of Gullfoss.
Yes. And since then, Gullfoss is a national property.
Yeah.
And that girl, that little girl, daughter of farmer, went on to become a national hero as the first environmentalist of Iceland.
Oh, great.
Her services towards environmental protection. And what do you know? Do you remember what happened to the lawyer who helped
Yeah,
the
what
project?
happened to it?
That lawyer went on to become president of Iceland after some time.
Oh, good. Like good deeds, they always rewarded in the right
Yes,
way.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
that is wonderful.
That's good. Friends, in case you are interested in any more details about the Gullfoss waterfalls, then we suggest you to see our earlier video on Iceland waterfalls, where you'll get a lot more details.
Yeah. And so with all these interesting facts, I think our journey to Gullfoss becomes doubly interesting and fascinating. So keep watching and enjoy. See you again. Bye-bye. It began raining heavily, but we were very excited as we were on our way to Gullfoss, Europe's largest volume waterfall. Gullfoss, like no other. Yes, true, very true. And it is one of the most beautiful and powerful waterfalls. And the beautiful boardwalk that too with rains, we thoroughly enjoyed it, though it was really cold while walking there. And the view from the boardwalk was awesome, trying to cover the entire area from top before walking down the path leading to the waterfall. And you can see the path was quite narrow, so we had to be really careful while walking on the path. And Gullfoss, as I said earlier, is one of the most beautiful and powerful waterfalls in Iceland. And it is also known as the Golden Waterfall because on a sunny day the water takes a golden brown color and it cascades down in two stages. The first one is an 11-meter drop and the second one a 21-meter drop. And it is just awesome, so mesmerizing it was. Just looking at it, dropping down a crevasse which was 2.5 kilometers long. And look at the people crowded around to take pics. And it was raining, so we had to be very careful while walking. But the rain and the cold weather did not stop us from enjoying to the fullest. Yes, selfie time, a must on every visit. And that too with one of the most beautiful waterfalls of Europe. Beautiful, isn't it? We love each and every moment spent here. And look at the people. They're also busy taking selfies. And I would like to tell you that Gullfoss is supposed to be one of the world's top 10 waterfalls by worldofwaterfalls.com. That means a lot. And selfie time again. And then we were off to our next stop. Fascinating, wasn't it? The beauty of Gullfoss. We were truly mesmerized by its beauty. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Friends, now we go over to the last leg of our Golden Circle tour and we take you to the famous GEYSIR Geothermal area. This area has basically two large geysers. One, the place itself takes its name from that is GEYSIR, which unfortunately is dormant for many years now. The active one nowadays is the other geyser called Stoker. Now, Stoker even nowadays is throwing up boiling water at a frequency of almost 10 minutes to a height of, can you beat it, 132 feet. Quite a spectacle, friends, we can assure you. We liked it so much. No? It was quite a spectacle when we saw it.
Even otherwise, like in this geothermal area, visitors can see steam rising from miles away.
Yes.
And the place itself is dotted with mud pots, clay pots, and boiling water around.
Yes.
So it is a very fascinating place. Very interesting, actually.
No doubt. Hope you like this video.
And if you do, please remember to like, share and comment and subscribe too. As always, if you have not subscribed, keep watching and enjoying. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And so began our journey for the final leg of our tour. And we were quite excited because we were going to see something new. And we were going to the geothermal area. Yes, the geysers, the hot springs. Wait, what's there? What's gonna go? Oh, what a view! It just went up. Isn't it? It was so wonderful. Really. And then we could see huge bubbling hot pools or hot pots. You could call it by different names. And the different color, the smell around. All these are so much like activities happening in geothermal areas. So different, isn't it? People moving around, and of course selfie time a must with that hot pool. And now this is the famous geyser, which does not erupt often, but it is surrounded by bubbling cauldrons of superheated mud and steaming pools. And this place got its name from this very geyser. Oh, a tiny one here. And then moving towards the active geyser, Strokur. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Very different pronunciation. And now we are gathering around to have a look. Of course, selfie time anytime. Now patiently waiting for the geyser to erupt. You can see the steam and the fumes preparing for the grand display. Waiting patiently, yes, a lot of patience is required. We have to wait for it to erupt. And hopefully all set to go now. Yes, I think so. Yes, but it didn't go up high. So I think we are going to wait there longer. We have to see it going up high up in the air. So again, time to wait. And there it is. I think all is getting ready to go up high in the... Oh, there it went. Oh, yes. High up in the air. Oh, that was wonderful. Wasn't it? It was great. And so we thought maybe we might get another chance to see it erupt again. So waiting there. Waiting. And we kept waiting. Maybe we are lucky enough to see it again. But I think now it's time for us to leave. Yes, so back to our buses and our journey back to Reykjavik. Oh, what is this? A traffic jam on our way to Reykjavik, which is so unusual here. I've never seen one before. And then we asked our tour guide, and the reason given was quite interesting. We could see people there on horses gathering sheep and lambs, a large number of them. So our guide told us that sheep farming has been a major part of Icelandic agriculture. There are about 400,000 sheep, whereas the population of Iceland is around 350,000, meaning more than one sheep per person. Interesting, isn't it? And so in the month of September, the farmers begin to gather their sheep, which are scattered all over the farms, far and wide. And this process may take a few days or maybe even a week's time gathering them. And our guide also told us that the sheep here are very strong and they have a very good immune system. And so they are bred exclusively for their meat, which has a very distinctive and delicious flavor. And she told us that the lamb, they go to a better place or a happy place. I hope you got it. When they're around 4 to 5 months old. But I think it's really sad. They were so cute to look at. Then we saw that most of the sheep were white, but a few of them were also black, grey and brown as well. And then all of them were moving in a line in such a disciplined manner, just one behind the other, moving slowly. Probably they knew where they were going. And there's the shelter where they are normally kept. And you can see the fodder all packed in rolls. Oh, back to Reykjavik. Oh, so we're already back. Reykjavik. And this is the wonderful view from a hotel room. The weather was so really good. When we reached Reykjavik, no more rains. And the lovely sunset. Yes, just a sec. And there you're going to get a glimpse of the sunset. Yes.